Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today it is time for another beauty wish list or not. I know I'm so behind on this one. I always feel like I'm behind. I think it's just because, I've said this before, but I don't post these every week. I post these usually like twice a month or something. I just don't know that I can really commit to doing more than that. It's hard for me. I only post 2 videos a week, and that's really the most that I can commit to with having a toddler. If I try to put up some bonus videos here and there, but I don't want to commit to a number of videos per week and then not be able to reach that. If I'm able to, give you a bonus video once in a while, then that's great. But otherwise, I don't want to, give you a certain expectation and then not be able to meet it. And I do like filming these, and I asked you guys if you had a problem with me doing them so infrequently, and you guys didn't seem to have an issue with it, so I'm just going to continue doing it this way. They may be a little delayed here and there, but I'll still talk about things. And I may, what I tend to do is I go through and I screenshot things that I want to talk about, and as I get closer to filming these and when I actually film it, then I sometimes go through and delete. Snoop, can you stop scratching for 2 seconds? That'd be great. Thank you very much. He's looking at me like, how could you even ask me that? Oh yeah, he's gonna go back to doing it. So I go through and then I usually kind of start deleting some things that I feel like, oh, that's not really as exciting to me anymore, or that thing's kind of been out for a little while and I feel like I'm too late on that one. So that's kind of what I do. But like I've said, in every single one of these, if there's something that you really want me to talk about, then just tag me. Otherwise, I'm gonna kind of just choose what I want to talk about. And I can't possibly talk about everything. There's just too much. And I don't want these to be so long. Some of these things will be things that are out already. Some are going to be coming out, but I will definitely make sure and put everything down in the description box, because by the time I edit this and get this up, it might be outdated. So just check the description if you're wondering if something is out already. And if it is, then I will link it. And if not, then I'll just put whatever information I have. So let's just jump right in. And yes, I have a full glam face and mama bear shirt, hair up in a bun. That's how we moms do it. All right, so let's just get into it. So the first thing is Sephora is going to release for the fall 3 more of their Mega Pro, I don't know what they're calling them. Oh, Sephora Pro Palettes. Okay, so they came out with 3 of these a while back. I don't know, it feels like a long time ago. Maybe it was just a year ago. And it was like the warm one, there was a cool one, and then there was the Editorial Brights one. And I thought about getting one of these for a while, and I just kind of lost interest, and I just felt like it was kind of expensive, even though you do get a lot for the price, but it's still a lot to, to pay up front. They're $65 each, and they're big palettes. I think they would be really great for a makeup artist, but I just couldn't really pull the trigger on that one. And so now they're coming out with 3 more, and I can't say that I'm gonna get any of these either, to be quite honest with you. I think I just don't need any of these shades. They look really pretty. So they're coming out with the Editorial 2, which is the one in the bottom right in that picture that I'm popping up for you. Oh, I should probably scoot over. I always forget to do that. Okay, so in that picture, the one in the bottom right is the Editorial 2, which I think is probably the most interesting one of this bunch. I still just don't really feel like I need that. I don't know, maybe if I saw it in person, I'd be more intrigued by it, but just seeing the picture, I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty, but I don't need it. I mean, I shouldn't use the word need, because of course I don't need it. So then there's the Smokey Jewels, which is the one in the bottom left, which other people have said this already, but I have to say that I thought this before I saw anyone else post about it. So I think everyone was having the same thought about this, that it looks exactly like the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I feel like that looks like exactly the same thing, and the Urban Decay one is less expensive even though it's smaller, but just something to keep in mind. That's what that one looks like to me. And then the top right one is the new Nudes, which looks very modern Renaissance-esque. So I think if you have the Modern Renaissance, you don't need that one. I think if you have the Born to Run palette, you don't need that one. And then the Editorial Brights, kind of up to you and what you have in your collection. I'm sure that they're nice. I think that I've heard good things about the old one, so I would assume that these would be the same quality. But I just don't think that I want something that big in my collection. I have kind of gotten over some of those bigger palettes. I mean, they don't fit with my other palettes. and they're just not as practical. Like I said, I think this would be great for makeup artists. So if you are a makeup artist, I think this is fabulous. The next thing, honestly, it might be the kind of thing where by the time I post this, there's at least a new picture that's not in black and white, or it may be like released. Oh no, it's not going to be launched until September 14th. So I'm sure by the time that I post this, it will not be out yet, but I'm sure that there could be another picture posted by the time I get this up. So just do a search and I'm sure you can find it. You know, check one of the beauty news Instagrams, or just check Natasha Denona's Instagram. So this is something new from Natasha Denona. This is it, and it's a black and white photo. So it was kind of funny because a lot of people saw this photo and didn't realize it was a black and white filter and were like, a gray and white and black palette? Like, really? But this is black and white. So this is not what it's going to look like. But what's interesting is that, so this is called the Safari palette, which intrigues me already because I'm wondering like, oh, okay, could that be like kind of cool colors that, you know, maybe kind of like earthy type of colored tones? I don't know. But it's an all matte palette, which I think makes sense because she hasn't done one before. You know, someone commented on one of the pictures, I don't know if it was on Trend Mood or if it was on her page, said like, oh, I wish there were shimmers in there. And she commented, Natasha Denona commented and said, all my other palettes have shimmers. And that's true. She doesn't have any matte palettes like that. So I think that is kind of cool. I don't know that I would really want that because as great as her mattes are, her shimmers are very often the ones that get the real attention. So I don't know. I think it would really just depend on what the shades look like. And like I said, that might be released by the time I post this, but right now this is the only picture that we have and it's not going to be released until September 14th. So we'll see what happens, but it's definitely interesting. I'll just have to see on this one. I can't say whether or not I would get this, and it doesn't say the price either, which I'm sure is a lot. All right, so the next thing is one by ColourPop, and I'm pretty sure this one is out now. I know that when I screenshotted this the first time, it was not out, but I'm pretty sure that it is now. And so these are their jelly eyeshadows. And when I saw this, I was like, turned off immediately, honestly, because this just is very similar to me to the, yeah, they were available August 16th, and it's not August 16th anymore. So they are available. They're called the Jelly Much eyeshadows. And this looks to me a lot like those Butter London glazing eyeglasses. That's what that reminds me of. And if you saw me do, you may not have seen this, this was a while back, but I did an Ulta haul and then I did an update on that haul, and I tried one of the glazing eyeglasses because it was on sale and I had heard good things about them, and I was just sort of underwhelmed by it. I really didn't love it. And so I can't say that I would really be interested in this one. Of course, it's going to be less expensive. I don't know what it costs. I'll put that information down below. But it still just didn't really interest me that much after I tried the Butter London one. So I can't say that I'm going to pick this up. If this is something that would interest you, and if you liked the Butter London ones, then go for it. But for me, I didn't really think that those were that great. I thought it was just a little bit gimmicky. And continuing on the ColourPop train, something that I am excited about is that they are coming out with a new skincare brand. So it's going to be called Fourth Ray Beauty, and it just says coming soon. I don't know if I have a date here. Let's see. Oh, August 23rd, which is actually the day that I'm filming this. So I guess it is available. It wasn't when I screenshotted it, but now it is. So they are coming out with a cleansing oil, a gel cleanser, a clarifying tonic, a hydrator, a spot treatment, and then they have a few different bundles, and everything is under like 15 bucks for like each product. So I would definitely be interested in this. I want to look at what the ingredients are first though. That's the only thing, because it's, when it comes to skincare, while I would love to save money, and I have certainly like traded out products when I find one that's less expensive, the only time that I do that is if it is less expensive, but it still performs just as well, if not better. So I don't want to compromise something like good skincare for a price. But if this is really good stuff, it's cruelty-free and vegan, which is great. you know, I just want to look at the ingredients first, maybe hear what Stephanie Nicole has to say about it. And but I think this is really cool. I think this could be an interesting thing, so we will see. The next thing is from Ofra and Nikkie Tutorials. So she's done some collaborations with them before, and now she's coming out with 2 new highlighters with them. So there's Cloud 9 and there's Space Baby, and they're both like sort of pearly shifty ones. One's a little more like pink shift and one's a little more like lilac blue shift. And they look gorgeous. The only thing is that they are expensive, and to pay that amount for a highlighter that I wouldn't wear like daily, like yes, I'm wearing a more like pinky highlighter today, and so that would be more like the one that I would wear on a regular basis, like Cloud 9. It's still not something that I wear like often, and so it's hard to kind of justify paying the price point for an Ofra highlighter in a shade like that. If these were to come in minis, like I got a mini of their Pillow Talk one, that I would be totally into, but it's hard to justify paying full price for a highlighter, you know, particularly just because I have a big collection of highlighters and it's not one that can go with like most of my looks, if that makes sense. So I think they're beautiful, and I think if this is something you would wear regularly, then definitely go for it. But you know, they're not cheap, and they definitely, you know, they're a little more unique. So you kind of have to see what your style is and if this is something that you would wear enough to justify the price. So the next one is new lip liners from Lime Crime, which I think sounds really cool. So they are coming in 22 new shades, transfer proof, waterproof lip liners. And the packaging is beautiful. It's got that like the Velvetine's rose design, like on the liquid lipsticks. Has a velvety matte texture, glides on creamy smooth and easy, then dries down to a matte finish that won't smudge, budge, or bleed. That sounds awesome for a lip liner, honestly. These are vegan and cruelty free as well. I know that Lime Crime can be a little bit like of a controversial brand. I don't know, there are so many that are controversial right now, believe me. Like I don't even know what to think, or I don't even know, but I do like Lime Crime's products. I do love their matte liquid lipsticks, and that just sounds awesome for a lip liner. Like, you know, if you were to get like a bold shade, you could just put that all over your lips and call it a day, or put that all over your lips and then put it on a gloss. That just sounds awesome to me. These are available now, probably just on their website. Although I don't know, they could be available at Ulta. If it is, because they have their stuff online at Ulta, and if it is, I'll put it down in the description box. That would definitely make me want to buy them more, because I would prefer to buy from Ulta's website in general. But I definitely want to pick up one of these to try. I would probably just buy one to start, just to see what I think, but the description makes it sound really, really nice. So if you've tried these though, if you've heard anything about them, definitely let me know, because I don't think I've seen anyone talk about these on YouTube yet, at least. And maybe that's because it's controversial, you know, kind of thing. People just jump on the bandwagon, but I would love to hear about these. So, all right, so the next thing is a brush collection with Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. So all of this, you know, stuff went down with her and the palettes, you know, the vault, the 4 little palettes, and stuff is still going on, honestly. There's like so much stuff going on. People are still, some people are really happy with their palettes that they've gotten. Some people are really disappointed in the quality, and she says that they're amazing. So some of them may not be the same. I mean, it's like enough already with this. Like maybe the product is just not that great. I don't know. Like it's very confusing. I decided not to go for them just because of it just felt all weird to me. Like it was the same thing that had happened with her with like Becca. It's just very odd to me. And so I just kind of like lost interest after that. And now like there's such mixed reviews that it's like, and the 2 that I was most interested in, the Dark Magic one and then like the purple one, those are 2 that people are having most issues with. So I'm definitely not getting those, but now she's coming out with a brush collection with them. Like enough with the Morphe stuff. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything against Jaclyn. I'm definitely not as big of a fan of her as I used to be. I really used to love her, and I feel like I don't know. I'm just not into her anymore. I don't have anything against her, but I don't know. I mostly skip her videos now, honestly, when she does post a video. But like, you know, she claims that she loves Morphe's brushes and they're amazing and whatever, but then she comes out with her own brushes that are like different than their other ones. And it's the same thing with like her eyeshadow stuff. It was like, you know, she was always raving about Morphe's formula and like, oh, their eyeshadows are so great. But then like she had to come out with her own formula that was even better. And it was like, but I thought that was good enough. And so I don't know, like, I'm definitely not getting any of these. Like, I'm not gonna, like, the Master Collection is $165. For Morphe brushes, no. No way. Like, I don't know what they are individually. Like, I'll post some information down below if you're really interested, but I mean, I'm just sick of it. I don't know. You tell me what you think in the comments, but I'm just like sick of it. Like when she said that she was coming out with this collection, I was like, are you kidding me? Like she basically owns Morphe now. Like, let's be honest. I don't know. I'm sorry to be so negative, but oh my God, I couldn't roll my eyes enough at that one. All right, onto something a little more bright and fun. Literally, Too Faced now has this collection, the Tutti Frutti collection. It's a huge collection, so I had screenshotted a few things here or there before I was gonna film this, and now they have like a picture of the full collection because the whole thing's available now. So I am glad that I have that picture to show you because there's a lot. This is available now, and it's the only thing that I will say, and someone else mentioned this in their video, I don't remember who it was, but you know, I totally agreed with the fact that this was a little late. Like, this is a very like tropical, like summery type of collection, and it's coming out like towards the end of summer, which is a little odd to me, but I think it's really cute. It looks fun. I mean, you know, it's been a little bit much with all the fruit stuff, but like, you know, it's definitely on trend. I mean, a lot of brands have come out with stuff like that. So, and you know, they have their peach collection, which, you know, has some good stuff. I love the Peach Perfect foundation. That's become one of my favorites. And I definitely could see myself getting a couple things from this. Like, I think the blush duos look beautiful. I would get the bronzer duo if I hadn't just gotten recently a couple of bronzers, especially the Too Faced one, the shimmery one that I got. That kind of is, you know, I mean, it's from Too Faced. So that's probably the only reason I wouldn't get that. Some of the liquid eyeshadows could be cool. But, you know, a dewy foundation is not necessarily going to be my first choice because I like to be glowy and, you know, youthful looking and all of that, but I don't necessarily want to go for something that is already dewy. I want to kind of like buy something that's either like more natural or satin or maybe like a little bit matte so then I can kind of like make it more glowy looking. I might get really, really oily with that one. I don't know. The eyeshadows don't really interest me that much. Maybe a lip gloss, we'll see. But I think this is a really cute collection. I think, you know, it doesn't look like something where you need everything, but I think a lot of it is really cute and the packaging is really, really cute as well. You know, I think this is really sweet. I like it. And the last thing is something that was just announced and I think is really, really exciting. Probably the most exciting thing in this whole list. And that's a collection with Makeup Revolution. They are doing a collab with EmilyNoel here on YouTube, who is an OG YouTuber, and she's just wonderful. If you've never watched her, you just need to. She's just so lovely and so honest and true to herself. She's a mom of 2 little girls, and she does some really cute vlogs with them, but her makeup reviews are so thorough. Her videos are just so well thought out and she just puts so much effort into everything that she does. And, you know, she's one of the people that I can trust the most here on YouTube. And so if anyone deserves something like that, it's her. And she's been on YouTube for almost 11 years. And this is the first collab she's ever done. I mean, she's just never wanted to do something like that. And she's never done a sponsored video, which is kind of crazy. I mean, to be on YouTube for this long, she's got almost 1 million subscribers and, you know, it's not about numbers to her, which is always nice. And So the fact that she's coming out with these and at an affordable price is just wonderful. So there's a palette called the Needs, which has some face products and then some eyeshadows, which looks really pretty. And then there's the Wants, which is a really big, fun, colorful eyeshadow palette. If I'm gonna get anything from this collection, it would probably be the big eyeshadow palette. You know, I'm hesitant because I just don't need another eyeshadow palette right now. I feel like I've gotten a lot, but I really want to support her. So I think I will at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be right this moment. The Needs palette, the small one with the face products, that one is $15, and then the big eyeshadow palette is $20. So really good prices, and you can use coupons and points and that kind of thing at Ulta. So I might do that. But I just would really love to support her more than really even wanting or needing either of these, pun intended. I just would love to support her because she's just so wonderful, and she's, you know, what YouTube should be and what it hasn't necessarily been from a lot of channels. You know, she brings such a positivity and, you know, such a genuine energy and just such a, I don't know, I can't even, like, I'm at a loss for words because she's just so great. If you haven't seen her, you really have to. She's wonderful. So that's a good note to end on. That's everything for this edition. Let me know in the comments below what you're planning on picking up, if you have any thoughts about any of these releases. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. I post videos every single Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.